Batang Pier leading Petron 51-39 as you join us back inside the Big Dome at the half. Mag-umargin po kasama si Eric Reyes live on TV5. What a first half of basketball we have witnessed.
Actually, it's to me, it's really surprising with the way Global Port has really performed overall.
Eto nga, no? The Global Port looking to snap their 4-game skid. Silipin natin ang ilan sa mga kapanapanabik na pangyayari mula sa unang 12 minuto ng aksyon. First, it was Petron getting out of the gates, taking a 6-point lead. Alex Cabagnot, all guns ablaze early on. Salvador with that turnaround jumper. Ang ganda ng pinakita ni John Dunn right in that first quarter. Tapos si Terence Romeo off the bench. Of course, all the time ready to sizzle. Global Port took that first quarter 22-20.
Well, the good thing about Global Port is they have been shooting very well, almost a 50% field goal percentage. Pero mga Petron naman actually kept it really close with those offensive rebounds and fast break points.
Pagdating ng second quarter of action, it was the JP Belencion show, getting his first start, Eric, of this season. Etong gunner ng Global Port, Mercado, locating Belencion here. He had 3 of those from deep. He ended the first half with 12 points. Pero si Kelly Nabong, playing heads-up basketball. Nawala si Jay Washington early in this game, but Kelly Nabong more than willing to fill the void. Pero JP Belencion talaga ang nag-provide ng scoring dito.
Well, malaking bagay talaga to si JP Belencion. 3 out of 5 3-point field goals. Samantalang last year is actually a shootout between Belencion and Lassiter. But the field goal of Global Port, wow, it really remains at a high clip compared to Petron. Turnover points and fast break points, and those are the things that actually kept Global Port in the second quarter. And that's the most important thing, Magu. You have a lot of players of Global Port that you're not even expected to produce those numbers, and they're the ones actually stepping up big time, lalong-lalo na nawala si Jay Washington.
Huge second quarter, plus 10 sila to extend their lead to 12. Grabe talaga ang pinakita rito ng Global Port. Speaking of pinapakita, meron pong bagong pakain ang ulalam para sa mga PBA Tropa fans of the day. Bagong ulalam, Tropa Pack yan, Eric. Ayan, kita mo naman, ganda pa, pati lalagyan. Busog na busog pang anim, 49 pesos lang. Available in sisig na stick, bistik na wala stick, at giniling mo baby flavors. Masarap, malaman, convenient, ulalam Tropa Pack. Bilang basta ulam, ulalam. 51-39 is the score. Petron down by 12. They are looking for solo second. If they pick up their 9th win here, what do they need to do in order to accomplish that?
Well, first of all, they really have to put the cuffs on the guys who are not even expected to put up, to score in double figures. Right now, I'm really impressed with the way Global Port has been handling this first half, knowing that you're up against a top-notch team in Petron, but the guys on the bench, Nabong, Belencion, those are the guys who are unheralded, heroes actually in the first half. Those are the guys that really played big to help itong sa pagbabalik ni Sol Mercado.
At yan pa rin sila pa nga rin ang sasandalan dito ni Coach Richie Tigson dahil nga hindi na nga po daw makakabalik si Jay Washington. He's not even on the floor. He's still in the back para dito sa Global Port. As we invite everybody to be a liver lover with Liver Aid Silimarin Capsule. It's Liver Lover, boy! Marvin Hayes getting the starting nod kasama sina John Dan Salvador, Kelly Nabong, JP Belencion, and Solomon Mercado. Babantayan ngayon nina Alex Cabagnot, Doug Kramer, Chris Lutz, Marshall Lassiter, and Junmar Fajardo. So Coach Gia Banilla opting to go with Kramer and Fajardo at the same time now.
Yes, and kailangan na talaga They really need to establish that dominance in the shaded area early.
Nabong with that leather, takes a pass, takes it to the rack. Underneath, it is Mercado. Couldn't bail them out though. Para malaman natin ano ang mga napag-usapan at the half, makibalita tayo kay Ms. Riza.
Magu, kita mo naman si Coach Gia Banilla, very soft-spoken yan, minsan lang magalit. Pero ang kwento sa akin at the half, he was furious. Ang sabi daw niya, problema nila, poor execution of their plays. They're very slow on defense. At para magising itong Petron-based boosters, ang sabi niya, have pride naman. We are being beaten by a bunch of rookies and this is not supposed to be happening. Samantala, para sa Global Port Batang Pier, napuri naman ni Coach Richie Tigson ang kanyang mga manlalaro. That extra effort is the reason kung bakit sila abante sa laro na to. Ipagpatuloy lang yan dahil nga baka wala munang J-Wash for this game. Ako?
At yung extra effort na yun saw itong Global Port win the battle off the boards 28-24 in that first half. Eric, wala pa yung nag-iisang mamanga na nagdo-double figures on average in terms of rebounds.
It's all about effort, and Richie actually stressed it very well. Wala ka na kayo ibang gagawin kundi I just want to see that extra push and extra effort, getting those loose ball, getting to those rebounds, be scrappy. That's the reason why they're up in this game.
Marshall Lassiter gusto nang mamain itong mga rookie, yung mga young gun ng Global Port. Valencian blocked by Lutz. This time around, ayaw na nilang bigyan ng line-up side si JP sa second half.
Well, he's going to get hammered right there. You see between Lassiter and Lutz alone, he was hammered on the way to the baseline.
Double whammy para dito kay JP Valencian as he recovered but was likewise blocked by Lassiter. Lutz from the perimeter. Oh, go. Rebound battle. Kramer saves it. Cabagnot will pass it back off. Kramer, nice drop step for the reverse.
Good patience there by Doug Kramer. He actually had that nice up and under move.
So Arwin Santos starting this third quarter on the bench dahil nga dun sa flagrant foul, penalty 1 na naipito sa kanya with 40 seconds remaining in that second quarter. Jonathan Salvador nasilipan pa ng kanyang ikatlong personal foul dito.
I was actually surprised when itong si Junmar Fajardo just flew out on the baseline.
Valencian and Salvador trooping to the bench. Nagsasahig si Eric Menk and Terence Romeo to Coach Brgy. Seeing his lead dwindle down to 8, making his adjustments. Fajardo at the post, Menk on him. Junmar spinning baseline. Fajardo delivers the 2 points.
It's actually a great move by Junmar Fajardo. We were actually expecting that he would not be as effective with those pivot moves. Pero kita mo naman against Eric Menk, ganda ng kanyang kilos.
Pero pivot right yung ginawa niya, yung naging injury daw, nasa kaliwa. Tignan natin what he can do the rest of the way. Baba sa 6, mga bante rito ng Global Port. Lassiter caught reaching in. LBC move of the game to, galing dito kay Junmar Fajardo, brought to you by LBC. We like to move it. Mercado bounces it over. Romeo puts it on the floor. Nabong attacking Kramer. Oh, goes glass from top of the key.
Actually, that's a great shot there by Kelly Nabong. He had a nice shot fake and a dribble pull-up.
One of those nights para dito kay Kelly Nabong, already with a season-high 9-point performance. That breaks the silence para sa Batang Pier. Away from play, may nasilip na foul. Eric Menk caught holding on to Junmar Fajardo.
Menk is going to have his hands full trying to guard the big guy.
Dati si Menk na yung big guy.
Yun na nga diba? Nagmumukhang malit na si Menk.
As Lassiter sneaks this one in. Grabe yung pananalasa ng Petron dito sa third quarter.
It's gonna be an adjustment on defense right there because Lassiter read it very well and he curled going straight to the basket.
8-2 run para dito sa Blaze Boosters. Romeo wanting to wake up their offense. The pull-up jumper, no. Fajardo with a power rebound. Cabagnot waiting for his big man. Junmar offers the pick. Cabagnot pulls the trigger. Overcooks it though. Pays for the board. He is fouled by Cabagnot. Alex did not want to give the fast break opportunity.
A smart move there by Alex Cabagnot, and that's the only way to stop that fast break.
There's only going to be the second team foul para dito sa Petron. 4 na team foul ng Global Port. Arwin Santos making his way onto the floor. Pwede na siya. Dahil mababa na sa 8:40 ang nasa ating orasan. Nabong looking for Romeo. Down the gut of the defense, kicks it back over. Nabong on the move. Is fouled.
It's a big advantage when you have Kelly Nabong putting the ball on the floor, challenging those big guys and taking it strong to the basket. Ang ganda na nung dinidepensa ni Marshall Lassiter against Terence Romeo. He actually had a hard time getting that basketball, and which actually freed up itong si Kelly Nabong from the outside.
Right after that sequence, nag-usap-usap sina Kramer, Fajardo, and etong si Lutz kung bakit nga nakakuha ng beeline to the basket. Etong si Nabong as Arwin Santos checks in para kay Kramer.
And notice so far in this ballgame, Kelly Nabong was always left behind you know, the defense of Petron is actually giving him that open shot. Pero maganda sa kanya, he goes for the higher percentage shot and uses that size to barrel his way in.
And he adds to the season best performance of his 11 points in total. Samahan mo pa ng 6 na rebound. 55-47 is the score. Cabagnot couldn't pull the trigger. Now he puts a set down. Beautiful picture, perfect finger roll mula dito kay Cabagnot.
No, it's actually deception in what Alex Cabagnot did. I thought for a while he hesitated, but he just went straight to the basket.
Dabong swings it over to Hayes. Hinahanap sana si Menk dun sa ilalim. Play broken up. Ball goes over to Petron.
Well, look at the defense here of Petron. They're actually sticking close to the guy, forcing everybody to just put the ball on the floor.
At habang nagre-reklamo ang buong Global Port, nanakaw sana etong Petron. Lutz looking for Fajardo. Now he makes his move. Gets it over to Santos. The elbow jumper is good. Arwin Santos now with a total of 8, and he toes Petron to within 4. 55-51. Coach Richie Tixon requesting for time dahil nga bumaba na sa 4 ang abante ng Batang Pier. On Action TV. We are live on Action TV right now as well as TV5. Global Port under duress. Romeo couldn't break their silence. Lutz will push it hard the other way. Arwin from the baseline. The looper of a jumper gets the basket at Tinya pang foul.
Great execution there by Petron off that fast break. They actually saw that floor wide open. Kitang-kita naman na pinasa ni Chris Lutz dito kay Arwin Santos for a nice baseline jumper.
Santos moving to the line for a bonus as Justin Chua is checking back in para kay Eric Menk. Ar Garcia, pinasok din ni Coach Richie para naman kay Romeo. Ang bilis ng balasa ni Coach Richie dahil nga eto na, dumadagundong na, nangangalampag na ang Petron.
Well, tama na rin yung ginawa ni Coach Richie because he's trying to find the right combination to be able to withstand that comeback by Petron.
55-54. Global Port trying to hang on to this 1-point lead. Mercado to Chua looking for Garcia. They go back over to Hayes. The off-balance jumper doesn't work. Arwin leaking out. Chua on him. He gets it out over to Lutz. Lutz down the middle. Nice feed to Fajardo. Couldn't get the reverse though. Global Port dodging a big bullet in that sequence. Mercado goes to Nabong, the baseline. Jay, no good. Cabagnot secures that rebound. Lassiter to the baseline, the fadeaway. Arwin cleans it up.
So important for Global Port not to give Petron second chances right there. Arwin Santos was just waiting for a miss and he walked in the lane.
5 on the floor, brought to us by Tanduay Ram, celebrating rum excellence since 1854. Global Port, halfway mark of the third quarter, has been held to 4 points. Hayes wants to change it. Di umubra, Cabagnot with a Kalawit rebound. Here comes Lassiter against 3. He shoves it over to his big man. Chunmar, up, under, overshoots it though. Arwin na naman. Arwin again. Ayaw talaga. Mercado on the breakout. He's got Hayes with him. Mercado takes the contact. May kasama pang foul.
Malaking bagay yung ginagawa dito ni Sol Mercado. Is actually taking charge now that Petron is actually on the rampage.
Sol Mercado cradling that leather, protecting it against Lassiter, and somehow, someway, sent that one home.
Great control there by Sol Mercado. He actually lost his balance already.
Riza, anong balita natin?
Nakikiusap si Coach Richie Tixon, maging pasensyoso naman kayo. Hindi pwedeng mainipin dito sa PBA. He's talking about patience under execution. Kaya nung huling timeout, ang drawing niya, hindi lang plan A, hindi lang plan B, hanggang plan D and E din drawing niya. Then again, extra effort, extra patience on their execution. Magong?
Speaking of lack of patience, si Chua at si Santos, lack of patience on double lane violation, kaya jump ball tayo at center court. Easier said than done, of course, yung boys na hinahanap na itong Global Port.
Well, actually, that comes with maturity. And of course, itong Global Port ay napakaraming rookies. Hindi ka pwede makipagsabayan ng run and gun because ang ganda talaga ng tinatakbo ng Petron, especially on fast break. you have to make the right adjustments. Kailangan you have to figure out on how you can execute properly, especially with a great defense.
Kelly Nabong fouled by Fajardo. That'll be the third personal on the big man.
Actually, you could sense that Ronald Tubid, he's actually recovering short. They want itong si Kelly Nabong to get the ball malayo or actually far from the basket because they know that he's not going to take a three-point shot. So every time they rotate, binabluff naman ni Kelly Nabong and then he attacks. He goes for a higher percentage shot.
Nabong splits. Rebound battle. Tigang pang di magkaamuyan sina Kabagnot at Tubid. Alex working against Garcia. They lob it up. Kaso tumama sa rin yun. Too high for the 6'10" Junmar Fajardo. Apologize naman kagad sa Kabagnot.
Tough defense ang pinapakita dito ng Global Port. They know that Petron will always go to the middle or go down deep to Junmar Fajardo. They're trying to prevent those lob passes, try to front him and make him catch the ball at an angle that's not so comfortable that he can just easily put the ball up.
Both teams in the penalty. The Soul Train though could not deliver on the first. Lamang pa rin naman ng Batang Pier ng dalawa. Gusto ni Mercado gawing tatlo. Solomon delivers on that one. He's in double digits and scoring 10 points. Lutz with the leather. Big pick from Fajardo. Lutz, that half step got him. That crack in the defense. Lema, dun sa rebound play, merong foul. Salva tagged with a second person. So Lutz now has 5 across his number. That brings Petron to within 2. Lutz goes 2 for 2. Wala na 5 minuto natitira sa ating ikatlong yugto. Mercado swings it over. Ball gets over to Nabong. Kelly surveys the floor. Chua moving away. They go to Mercado. Dalawa sumadupa. Salva couldn't handle it. Tubid on the breakout. Gets the finger roll.
Actually, nahirapan si Kelly Nabong there to look for a guy who's going to release from after those 2 down screens and galing from the strong side. Wala siyang mapasahan.
Lamang na naman dito ang Petron. Mercado pinawi naman agad para sa Global Port.
So Mercado actually taking charge, especially when things are just going haywire on the floor.
Mercado with 5 of his 12 points here in this frame. Lutz in trouble. Chua gets it out to Mercado. Nauna na si Garcia. Tubid giving chase. Garcia will finish to give the Batang Pier another 3-point lead.
2 of the best fast-breaking teams in the league naglalaban ngayon on the floor. Again, it's sarap panoorin, especially with their exchanges of those transition plays.
Parang nanonood ng ping-pong bigla.
Bilis pareho.
Tubid couldn't get away from Mercado. Junmar in the lane. Gets the jump hook.
So difficult to stop the big guy, especially once he gets it so deep.
Mercado waiting for that pick. Bounces it out to Nabong. Kelly couldn't deliver. Junmar with a big rebound. Petron looking to reclaim the lead. Big spin from Lutz. Everything but the shot. Nabong secures it para sa Global Port. Chua in the front court. Shoved out of bounds by Fajardo.
But that was a smart move by Justin Chua. He saw that meron siyang quickness advantage laban dito kay Junmar Fajardo, so he just didn't settle for a nice baseline jumper which he can also hit. He went straight to the basket.
And more importantly, he picks up the 4th personal foul on Junmar Fajardo, forcing Coach G to redeploy Doug Kramer. Sasabayan pa ng pasok dito ni Chris Ross. Silipin muna natin ang ating V-Fresh Sigaw ng Bayan, brought to you by V-Fresh. Karunungan, kabutihan, kapayapaan. Bukang bibig sa lamig. Bitin yung free throw. Petron down by 2 points. Ross is joined by Kramer. Santos, Tubid and Lutz. Pinapantayan ni na Romeo. Chua, Salvador, Garcia, and Salva. Salvador, the only veteran there. Chua, though, outdoes everybody.
It's one way to get easy baskets. You're the big guy. Nakita mo na na-secure ng teammates mo yung bola. You streak down for that fast break and go for a hard seal at the opposite end.
Ross on the move. Kicks it over. Tobid for three. Doesn't work. Ball ends up with Lutz. Lutz to Santos. The quick release. Arwin delivers the 2 points.
Good ball movement there by Petron. Finding Arwin Santos for a nice easy jumper on the baseline.
The reigning MVP now with 15 big points. Petron has needed every single one of those. Will need a little bit more. Salvador to Garcia. Ross takes it away. It's a foot race with a rookie. And Garcia will be whistled for this foul.
It's tough to play against Chris Ross, especially you know that he's great in steals. He's one of the toughest guys, especially when he's defending.
One of the best in-your-face defenders. He will bother you to no end. Nakita mo naman, ginamit pa yung katawan, ginamit pa yung gulang para siguraduhin nandun lang sa likod niya si Garcia. Be a liver lover with Liverin Silimarin Capsule. It's liver lover, boy. 66-64 in what has been an intense third quarter inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Patuloy po ang bakbakan ng ating 2014 PLDT Home DSL PBA Philippine Cup. Abu Marjon, Eric Reyes, nandiyan din siyempre si Miss Riza Diaz under the baton of Direct Francis Upilio. Inaalalayan din tayo ng buong puwersa ng Sports 5 kasama ang producer natin si Randy Victoria at statsman na si Roy Lopez. So Petron now down by 1, 66-65. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third. Arwin with the leather. Nahorda on him. They go deep to Ross, looking to attack the defense of Romeo.
Second straight game I've covered the Petron game at nakikita kong ina-atake talaga tong si Terrence Romeo, most especially off those timeouts.
Chris Ross scores his second point of the contest. Ross splits though. He remains at 50% for the game. Tabla ang ating labanan at 66. Already the 8th deadlock of the contest. Romeo for three. Doesn't work. Salva trying to keep it alive, but Tubid out-jumps him. Tubid gets it over to Lutz. Now Ross will set the table para dito sa Blaze Boosters. Santos once again looking to work against Nahorda. Now they go back to that what they perceive as a mismatch. But Ross kicks it over. Lutz to Kramer. Nice drop step once again.
Great pass right there by Chris Lutz. He actually just got everybody to look at him because of that great ball movement.
The second time around, Kramer using that drop step reverse. That shoves Petron ahead by 2. Atubid takes it away. Lobs it up. Lutz on the run. Hindi nagkaintindihan kung kay Kramer o kay Santos pa dapat yun.
Actually, bad spacing right there. When you have a spacing like that, there's going to be confusion who's going to receive that pass.
Coach G still not a happy camper. Bigat to na yung kinuwento sa atin ni Riza na at the half, Coach G Abanilla actually lost his cool. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, bihira ko naririnig na nagwawala or nagagalit si Coach G, but he had to do it because he had to wake up his Petron team.
Mercado down the gut of the defense. Ties the game at 68. Rosto nagmamadali. Big spin. And a kick-out pass. Offensive foul whistled on Ross. Ross a little too fast for his own good sa pagkakataon na yun. Coach G could not believe it. Global Port can snatch away the lead once again. They started this quarter up by 12. Petron has caught them. Mercado couldn't hit the 3. Pero pwede pa naman bumalik sa Global Port ng bola. Over a 2-second differential between quarter clock and shot clock. Lutz wants to waste away the time. Lutz lost his dribble. Here's Tubid. He launches from deep. Ronald Tubid couldn't send it home. Kramer bats it to the wrong man. Mercado with a Hail Mary. Almost sent that one home. So at the end of the first 36 minutes of action, etong Petron po nakabalik na at nakatabla behind the exploits of the Spider-Man, Arwin Santos. Kabagnot locating the reigning MVP sa pagkakataon na yun. He has repeatedly hurt Global Port from that baseline. Kaya naman tabla na ang ating labanan. 12 minuto pa natitira. Walang aalis. Tutok